Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. So please ask all your friends to join in the class immediately. So please post a message to join to the class. Okay, electronics class. So today we'll discuss about another important topic from your fourth unit. So fourth unit completely deals with 50%. It is deals with the serial communication through 8051 microcontroller pins. So to transmit the data serially and also to receive the data serially, there are various registers involved in the serial communication. Already we have discussed. That is about the timer mode register, serial control register, serial buffer register, and also the power control register. All the things we have discussed in the earlier class. So keyboard interfacing is the today's topic. This is the second part of your fourth unit. So in the second part, we have various types of interfacing devices. The main aim of the interfacing to the microcontroller or microprocessor is, the main intention of the interfacing is to communicate the information, from somebody is joining. So am I audible? Yeah, right. So all of you mute. Srikanth, mute yourself. Okay. So there are various types of interfacing devices, like we can interface your 8051 microcontroller with the digital to analog converter, and also to interface 8051 with analog to digital converter, and temperature sensors, stepper motor, LEDs, etc. You can interface these things to your 8051 microcontroller to transfer the data from your memory location, from the memory location of the 8051 microcontroller to the outside world. So transferring of the information from the controller to the outside world can be done through the interfacing devices only. So mainly to interface the devices, we have an interfacing IC also, that is called as programmable peripheral interface, PPI. So the IC number is 8255. So we can interface 8085 or 8051 microcontroller through the devices through an interfacing peripheral IC, that is 8255. So once you have transmitted your data through the 8255 device, PPI 8255, you must frame a code word. You must frame a code word for indicating whether the data is transmitting from memory to the outside world or from the outside world to the memory. That is through out or through in. So input or output information, whether transferring from outside to the memory or memory to the outside. So simply from memory to outside, you can transfer from the accumulator to any of the port. But whenever you transfer the information from the outside world to the microcontroller. Whenever you want to transfer the data from outside world to the microcontroller, you have to do one of the important thing. The thing is, first you can make that particular port pins as high by sending FF data to that particular port. So that is the initial requirement for the particular port is acting as an input port. Particular port is acting as an input port. First condition is you make that particular port bits as high. So initial condition, you can make that particular all port bits, all 8 bits, you can make them as high by sending FF data to that particular port. That information is required. Okay, then it is used as a so that is the information. Now here for the keyboard interfacing, this is one of the important topic for your examination point of view is also concerned. So maybe expect to get the keyboard interfacing in the next upcoming examination. So therefore, listen it carefully. So in the keyboard, what the things required is we have various types of keys in the keyboard. Various types of keys. Nowadays in the computer keyboard, on par with the 26 letters, ABCD letters, we have numerals, we have symbols, we have various types of other things. So all the things are available in the keyboard. So whenever you pressing a particular key, what is that particular key, which key you have pressed, and what is the information the key is having. What is the key? What is the information that key? Suppose you have pressed some particular key, whether that key indicates a letter A, B, C, D up to Z, A to Z letter, or it is a number 0 to 9, whether 0, 1 or 2, 3 dash up to 9. So whether it is a number or it is a capital letter or it is a small letter or it is in any of the mathematical symbol like minus, plus, cross, etc. So that is the general way of the structure of your key. Here, let us take some simple keyboard because it is a basic microcontrollers. So we can use some simple keyboard. By using this, we can extend this keyboard. Here it is a 4x4 keys. That is total 16 keys are there. So 16 keys arranged in a 4x4 matrix like this. 4x4 matrix. So therefore, it is a 4x4 matrix keyboard interfacing. Okay, keyboard interfacing with your 8051 microcontroller. Now you can name the numbering of the keys. So whenever you press this key, so this key is reserved for 0. Next key, this is second key. So this is for 1. Here this is for 2. This is for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. So total 16 keys. 16 keys for 16 digits of the hexadecimal number system. So what are the numbers? What are the digits used in the hexadecimal numbers? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is represented with A, 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and 15. So 0 to 15, the base 16, hexadecimal number system, the base is 16. Therefore, the total 16 digits starting from 0 to 15, which is represented like this. So these are the keys. And here in each row, we have 4 keys. Each row, this is the first row. First row, there are 4 keys, 0, 1, 2, 3. Second row, there are 4 keys, that is 4, 5, 6, 7. Third row, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is 8, 9 AB, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then the fourth row. So like this, these are the 4 different rows. Okay. Then 4 different columns. So, okay, 4 different rows and 4 different columns. Now here, these keys are connected through some 4.7 kilo resistor, and all these are connected to VCC. So all these are connected to VCC. Okay. So therefore here, this is the information. Now these keys are directly connected to this particular port 2, lower bits of the port. So these column lines, so column lines are simply like a copper wires. So column lines are connected to the lower bit of your port 2. Then the row lines, rows. So the first row, second row, third row, fourth row. So these are connected to the another port, that is port 1, lower bits of the port 1. Okay. Your rows are connected to the lower 4 bits of your port 1. These column bits are connected to lower 4 bits of port 2. Lower 4 bits of, that is D0, D1, D2, D3. Lower 4 bits of your port 2. So this is port 1 and here it is port 2. So lower 4 bits only, lower 4 bits. For example, if you have more number of keys, like 8 rows and 8 columns. So at that time, 8 rows and 8 columns, that means you can able to use around 64 keys you can able to use. 64 keys. For 64 keys, complete port. So this completed port 1, all 8 bits can be used for the rows. All 8 bits can be used for the columns. Okay, complete port to 8 bits. But here we are using only 16 keys, 4 by 4 matrix. So therefore, the lower 4 bits are sufficient. Lower 4 bits are sufficient. So you can connection, and this junction, there is a key. So that means the corner of this, here there is a key, here it is a key, key is there. Now, so these 4 bits are connected to ground. So initially there is no connection for this. Simply it is connected to the ground. So this part is connected to ground. So that means the initial, without pressing of any key, so you have not pressed any of the key. At that situation, so because these rows, all the rows, no power connection, because it is simply this rows are connected to ground. Therefore, all the inputs are 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So all inputs are 0, 0, 0. That means no key pressed in any row. So this row, no key pressed, this row, no key, this row, no key, this row, no key. In the same way, these columns are connected to VCC. Columns are connected to VCC. If there is no key pressed, therefore all this is high. This column, this one also high, this one also high, this one also high. Okay. So simply the power is coming in this path. So therefore, the initial, without pressing any key, simply the conditions of your lower bits of port 2 is 1, 1, 1, 1. So no key was pressed. The initial conditions of the port 1 is 0, 0, 0, 0. That is the first 4 bits. Higher 4 bits we are not using. So simply you can neglect those higher bits, whether they are 1 or 0. We are least bothering because we have not connected those pins. So simply make the higher bits of port 1 as well as the higher bits of the port 2 will make those 4 bits as 0. lower bit as well as higher bits. 4 bits of low port 1, higher 4 bits of port 2, you can make them as zeros. Okay. Suppose if anything is present also, simply by doing the AND operation with 0f, that particular 4 bits, the 0f is there. So you can simply do the, because we are not using these 4 bits, only we are using the first 4 bits, D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, we are not using. Simply logically AND the data, whatever the data we have, the initial values D0, D1, D2, D3, that is you can logically AND with 0f, so that we will get only the lower 4 bits, higher 4 bits, almost they will become 0. So if no key pressed, the initial value is 0f. Okay. If no key pressed, the initial value of the port 2 is 0f, and this one is 0, 0. This one is 0, 0. Okay. So that is the condition. Now we'll try to press any one of the key. Let us assume we have pressed this particular key. So we have pressed this particular key means this column, this particular column, the condition of this one, it will become 0. This will become 0. So at the same time, this value will become 100. So we have pressed this value. So that means we have pressed this. So therefore, whenever you are pressing a particular key, in which column we have pressed. So in this column you can compare, this column you can compare, this column and this column. So you can compare. So which column, whether it is the first column, second column, third column or fourth column. So based on that, in which column value that particular digit is high, 0. So if 0 means that one of the keys pressed in that particular, one of the key is pressed. So we have bounds that, so there is a, just press it, you can identify. So this particular key is pressed. So we have chain. So we can identify whether is there any 0 in this 4 bits. So these 4 bits, any 0 is available or not. So simply all are ones means no key is pressed. If any bit is 0, any bit is 0 means that particular column, one of the key is pressed. So once we have identified some key is pressed, okay, whether it is in first column or second column, third column, fourth column, one of the key is pressed. So if identified in some particular column we have pressed. So what is the row? In which row that key was pressed? We can identify. So can identify the pressed key by identifying the which row and which column. Then the next thing is, once we have identified the key, then what that particular key indicates. What that particular key indicates. So that key value you have to take. You have to take up the value of that particular key. So that means here we have some tabular format you can write. Suppose first key, it stands for some value. Second key stands for some value. Third key stands for some value. So like that, you can write a lookup table. So in the lookup table, the table indicates first key for what, second key for what, first key for 0, second key for 1, third key for 2. Like that, you can mention all their values. So once you have identified the particular key, then the corresponding value you have to take up that particular corresponding value. That value you have to press it on the screen. Okay. So whenever you are pressing, it scans rows and columns, and it take the value of its corresponding value, and that particular value will be displayed on your monitor or your computer screen or your smartphone screen, like that. So it's very big logic. So we have various keys in the keyboard. And to identify it, it is a very, very big task. So of the manufacturer, it's very big task, and writing of the program is also very big task. So like this, we have 16 keys. 16 keys can be arranged in rows and columns format. So here 4 columns and 4 rows, and by checking each and every column and checking each and every row, we can able to identify the a particular key pressed. Okay, so these are the initial value. Suppose this here it is 0. That means this 0 means we can identify a, that is in the, so first column, second column, third column, some key was pressed. So that is the identification you can identify. Similarly, here this one is all these 3 are 1, and here it is 0, means so there is some which one is pressed and which one is not pressed, that we can identify. Okay, so for this purpose, by program, so which key was pressed, so this, whenever you are pressing, the condition is appearing like this 1 0 1 1. Then what by program, how we can identify? By program, how we can identify that particular key was pressed? That particular key was pressed by identifying the rotation instruction, rotate with carry, rotate with carry. So that means whatever the data in this value, this value you have to transfer into the accumulator, transfer this value, that is, let us assume 1 0 1 1. This value you can transfer into the accumulator. Then you can start rotation. So rotate with carry. So once you have rotated, carry is 1. Second time rotation, carry is 1. So if carry is 1 means no key was pressed in that particular column. Second row also, second rotation. So again carry is 1. So no key is pressed in the second column. But whenever you are pressing a, transferring a, that is rotation, third rotation, the carry value will become 0. So that means if the carry is 0, carry 0 stands for there is some key pressed in the third column. There is some key pressed in the third column. So therefore, the key, the pressed key in third column, what are the things are there? So here it is in first column 0, 4, 8, and this. Second column, third column, fourth column. Similarly, rows also. If rows, row 1, what are the keys? If it is a row 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. These are the values are there. So if the pressed key is in the first row, the values are 0, 1, 2, 3. The pressed key is identified, which is in second row, that is the values are 4, 5, 6, 7. Then if it is a third row, 8, 9, A, B. Fourth row, that is C, D, E, F. So like this, we can write it in a lookup table. First, we can identify which row and which column. So after identifying, you can take the particular value from the lookup table. Okay. So these are the basic things. These are the basic things involved in the keyboard interfacing. So 2 ports are required. 2 ports are required to identify the rows and columns. One port is for the identifying of the columns. Another port is for the identifying of the rows. Now this is a the lookup table. So you can see the lookup table, flow chart. The flow chart is appearing like this. So that is rows, all rows are ground, initial value. So ground all rows, this is the 0. Now ground all rows means all rows values are 0. That these values are 0 initially. Then now we can identify columns. What is the value of the columns? All the column values. So that means, so wait for debounce. Then read all columns, read all columns. So read all rows and read all columns. Is key pressed? Is key pressed? So whether key pressed or not. So key is not pressed means all the columns are high. Initial value of all columns are high. No key was pressed. Okay. If key pressed, if yes, then what happens? If key pressed means you can identify that key. If no, not pressed. So that means read all columns again. So no means read all columns. Then again, is key pressed? Okay, no. So therefore, simply it will move like this. So until and unless. So if there is no key pressed, it is in this state only. If key pressed, let us assume, if key pressed, yes, if yes state, it will come to this place. If no key pressed, no need of this column. So this part is not required. No key is pressed, this part is not required. Once key is pressed, you can identify that some particular key was pressed. So therefore, we can go to this step. Okay. So therefore, this step indicates what happens. Ground next row. So ground next row. So that means the first column. Okay. So first row, whether the value is there. So next row, next row, next row. So first row, you can identify, is key pressed? No. So ground next row, that is second row. No. So then third row. No. So like that. So so you can ground, if something is grounded or not, that you can identify. So find which key is pressed. Finally, by checking all the rows, you can identify the pressed key. Then after identifying that particular key, what is the corresponding code that particular key? Whether it is 0 or 1, 2, 3, okay, 7, 8, 9, A or B or C or D or E or F. So therefore, you can get the code. So get scan code from table. So this is from the lookup table. From the lookup table, you can identify the key, and that particular code you can display on your monitor. Particular code you can display on your monitor. So then return to the main program. Return to the main program. So this is the general flow chart. So whether any column is its value is 0, so that means some key was pressed. So you can identify in which row that key was pressed. Once you can identify the corresponding row and column, then once that is the identification of key, which key pressed, then this next step is we can take the value of that code, value of that particular key. So here it is, the codes are appearing like this. So this row 0, the row 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 ASCII characters. So this is a key code. Key code 0 is, that is the defined byte, the characters. Row 0 is 0, 1, 2, 3. So key code 1, that is the row 0, row 1 is 4, 5, 6, 7. The row 2 is, that is key code 2, define the byte 8, 9 AAB. Then key code define the byte with C, D, E, F. These are the 4 rows. 4 rows and all the row. The numberings are appearing like this. These are the ASCII characters. If you have pressed them some particular this key, then its value you have to display. Its value you have to display. Now coming to the program part. So the basic concepts we have discussed till now. Now coming to the program part of assembly language program. Because we are pressing the key means we are taking the data from the keyboard. So therefore that columns are connected to your columns are connected to the port to 2. So this one. So this is connected to port 2. Therefore, if you are pressing means we are taking data from this port 2. Therefore, port 2 is acting as an input port. So if it is input port, what is the first thing? First, you can make all the bits as high. So that is by transferring FF data to the port 2. So that port 2 is ready to accept the inputs. It is ready to accept the inputs. So therefore, to make the port 2 as an input port, make the port 2 as an input port by sending FF data to the port 2. Okay. Then, what is the initial value in port 1? The port 1 is 0, 0. So the all the values of port 0, port 1, that is the rows, initial value. Oh, only 10 minutes time is left. Okay, we'll finish. So in port 1, we have only the 0, 0 value. Then the next step. So transfer the port 2. That is, if any key pressed, that pressed value, or without pressing, you can transfer the 0F value will be transferred to A. So that is column identification of the column. That is reading of all the column values. So if no port, no key pressed, the initial value is this one only. Suppose if any, we can logically end with 0F. Logically end with 0F. That is a 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's a binary equivalent of 0F. Binary equivalent of 0F. So that if you are logically ending to, if any higher bits are high, that can be eliminated by this instruction. So that is masking of the unused bits. The first 4 bits you can mask. So if anything, suppose the higher bits are like this 1, 0, 1, 0 also, simply by using this instruction, these 1, 0, 1, 0 will become 0, 0, 0, 0, higher bits. Then compare. So compare CJNE A comma 0. So this one, compare with the 0F, compare the accumulator contents with 0F. So that means once you compare and jump, compare the accumulator contents with this binary data. If they are equal, means what happens? We are comparing 0F. All bits are high. So accumulator value and the binary value both are equal. If they are equal means no key is pressed. Because this value, the 1111, the accumulator value is also 1111. So therefore no key is pressed. And the obtained value to the accumulator, if it is not equal, then what happens? If it is not equal, then not equal means jump to this gate. So that means some key is pressed. So okay, some key is pressed. So therefore that key you have to identify. That key you have to identify. Okay, then so then move A comma P2. Okay, so then logically and with this one, then SM this CJNE A comma this one, then check row. Okay, check row. Check row means the first row. So once it is coming to this place means your one of the key was pressed. One of the key was pressed. Okay, so in that row, which key it was pressed, that we have to identify. So therefore check row, what is happening, whether it is a first column. So therefore compare with this data. So if it is not with the first row, move P1 to this value, then move A to P2, then logical end this, then this one. Okay. So row 0 and this you can compare. So CJNE, this one, and row 0. So what is that row 0? Row 0, which is taking its value, lookup table value. So if the pressed key is in row 0, which is the code? So key you can identify. For example, if it is equal to 1101, 110 means second row. So second column, this is second row P1. Here we are checking with the port 1 bits. Port 1 bits with 1110, whether it is in the first row or it is in the second row or it is in the third row or it is in the fourth row. So like this. So each and every row you have to check, and you can jump to, if in that column, in that row, the row key is pressed. In that row, the key is pressed. What are the codes in that row? So therefore, the first row, you can jump to row 0 to pick up that code. In the second row, go to row 1 to pick up the row 1 values. And this is row 2 to pick up the row 3 values. Then this is row 4 values. Okay. So then long jump to key 1. So go to like this. So the row 1, row 2, row 3, what are there, you have to identify. So in row 1, this is some subroutine. So that is move dptr with the K code E. So code 0. Then SM to find. So the find program here, find is like this. RRC the accumulator, the match the, that is see if any carry bit low, match the this one by checking the carry condition, again increment, so match this. So like this, one of the value it will be matched. So you can compare these values. If anything is matched, you can identify that match value. So clear accumulator. So from the accumulator, that is lookup table values, move coded value, move CA, comma, @ of A plus DR. So this is a lookup table transformation. That value you have to transfer to the accumulator. Then A value to the P0. Okay, A value to the, this is a port 0. So that port 0 means the received value. That received value we have to display it on the port 0. So received value we have to transfer it to the port 0. So like this, you can display any of your number. These are the codes. The that is key code 0. We have the values 0, 1, 2, 3, and key code values 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the third row. This is the fourth row. Like that we have. So this is the assembly language program. It is one of the useful program to identify the pressed key, and we have to display the corresponding code of that particular key. Whether the key pressed key is the 10th key, what is its corresponding code? Whether if it is in the first row or second row, third row, fourth row, that is here the rows are named with 0, 1, 2, 3. In the zeroth row, we have only 0, 1, 2, 3 are the codes. In the first row, we have the 4, 5, 6, 7. And second row, we have 8, 9, 10, A. And in the third row, we have the other keys. Okay, so like that, we can identify all the keys. So it's a interfacing program. So we have last 1 minute time. If you have any doubts, please ask me. It is one of the important topic from your 4th unit. Okay, so this is by default it was came. This page you have to simply forget about that. So up to this is the keyboard interfacing. You have to read it carefully about the detailed analysis of your keyboard. So simply the main thing is you have to arrange the keys in the columns and rows. One column you have to connect it to the one of the port, another column you have to connect it to the another port. So if you more number of keys, you have to enhance the number here. For example, 8 by 8 matrix, you can use complete port 2 all 8 bits and port 1 all 8 bits. After receiving the data, press the key. Here the data of characters also, the